I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After more seasonal highs in the mid to upper 80s, thunderstorms are possible along the cold front in the central and east, mostly though in the east. Severe storms are possible from this afternoon at 5 through midnight, especially in eastern areas along and east of Highway 81, where there is a slight risk of level 2 of 5. Hazards include quarter-size hail and wind gusts over 60. In behind the cold front, highs drop mostly into the 80s for tomorrow and Friday. We could see a few late day and nighttime thunderstorms tomorrow through Friday night with some passing disturbances. Most of the weekend is dry with the building ridge of high pressure over the western U.S. Highs return to seasonal levels in the mid-80s to the low 90s for the weekend all the way through Tuesday. As that high-pressure ridge starts to break down, slight chances of late-day and nighttime thunderstorms return for Sunday night into Tuesday. The warmer trend continues in our long-term forecast. Nebraska and Kansas temperatures are likely to be slightly warmer than normal Monday through the first 5 days of the Nebraska State Fair or through August 27th. Late August highs in central Nebraska are typically in the low to mid-80s, with average overnight lows right around 60. Near normal to slightly above normal rainfall is indicated for Nebraska and Kansas the early half of next week. That's before the outlook turns slightly drier than normal late next week through August 27th. Key weather factors driving the markets include mild temperatures with rain in the Corn Belt this week before a more uncertain forecast next week, and dry weather at the beginning of South America's spring. Rain and thunderstorms track eastward the next few days, starting in the nation's midsection, reaching the Atlantic coast this weekend. 5-day rainfall should reach 1 to 3 inches or more in much of the Midwest and Northeast, extending as far south as the Tennessee Valley. Mostly dry weather prevails the next 5 days in other areas of the central and southern plains. Extreme heat persists through the weekend in the south central U.S., including Texas. The middle of next week, little to no rain is the most likely scenario in the plains and Midwest with the cold front, but the front could bring another burst of cooler air to the Midwest, Gulf Coast, and east for a couple of days. Temperatures are higher in the plains next week underneath the ridge of high pressure. Some rain is possible in the northern plains and Canadian prairies throughout next week. Brazil is very dry with cold temperatures before planting of corn and soybeans. Most producers in central Brazil are likely to wait until the end of next month when the wet season rains hopefully return, while the south waits for the chance of frost to subside. Towards Argentina this weekend and early next week, rain is limited, while another burst of cold air could produce more widespread frost. The rounds of cold air in Argentina have not been favorable to the wheat and may start to cause damage in northern locations. In Australia, timely rains through this weekend and next week maintain mostly good soil moisture while temperatures stay mild to warm, a benefit for developing winter crops. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.